Congratulations, Mabruk Doctor, on your nomination as President of the COP. It's been an absolute honor to have worked with you on the bid to get here. Hard to believe that 3 years ago that we'd be sitting here today having the fastest adoption, I think, of an agenda, the smoothest one that allowed people to get a good night's sleep, as well as an incredible historic capitalization of a fund that we didn't even know would exist 3 years ago. So thank you, sir, for your leadership. Thank you, Simon, for your partnership. And to all present today and watching online, thank you for your commitment, for hoping towards what can be achieved, and your commitment to supporting us in working towards that. Allow me to also issue you a warm welcome to the United Arab Emirates and to Dubai. We are thrilled to have you all here, to have your passion, to have your excitement together with us to deliver what we hope will be a truly monumental COP. Let me perhaps say a little bit about my role as lead negotiator. One of the most fulfilling parts of that is to lead a team of young Emiratis, 2/3 of which are women, 2/3 of which are youth, who are with diverse backgrounds coming from engineering, legal, civil servant backgrounds, but all committed to multilateralism, to facilitating a strong outcome, to working with parties and defining success, working towards that, and working towards delivery to meet the gap that we have to by 2030. They're also emerging leaders in the global fight against climate change, and I'm very proud of having built that capacity with all colleagues and under the leadership, of course, of their excellencies and His Excellency Adnan as well, who you all know well too, and excited to see where they go from here in working with the world in delivering all of this. Of course, we'll be working with parties and this week supporting the SB chairs in making progress across the technical negotiations. I would like to highlight one that's very close to my heart, having co-chaired an early contact group on this, and this is the global stocktake. I truly believe that this is an opportunity for a new era of climate action, and I think His Excellency Dr. Sultan expects no less. But as he said, we also have heard from parties a clear political will to make the most of this opportunity, to build on it so that we can slash emissions, we can build resilience, and we can ensure support for developing countries in this transition. His Excellency Majid has elaborated how we're going to use the next 2 weeks on that very well. But perhaps I'll speak a little bit about what we have to do on the technical side. With more than 160 items on the agenda, it was very critical for us to get this agenda adopted fast. And so there were over 40 consultations in the last month with all regional groups and parties to be able to get here. And we're very grateful for the flexibility shown by all parties, working closely with His Excellency Adnan, our head of delegation, in order to get to a point where we have a timely adoption. The other critical news item today is, of course, the capitalization, not just operationalization, of the loss and damage fund and funding arrangements. Having had the honor of serving on the Transitional Committee on behalf of the incoming presidency, I can tell you that that was a group of people that were determined to see how we could ensure that this process demonstrates that multilateralism works, that when parties come together, and after 30 years of arguing of the definition of loss and damage, let alone how it is that we would address it, that when we've said that we're going to operationalize this thing in 1 year, that we can do that. And we've also seen the willingness today that I think exceeded expectations in many ways of ensuring that this is not an empty bank account. That was a challenge that Dr. Sultan set to parties back in June, I believe, and that has really come through. So very encouraged by that and hopeful that this translates into the negotiations over the next couple of weeks. Very keen to build on the momentum, to support the subsidiary body chairs as much as we can this week. It's my hope that they can get pretty much all of the work out of the way and we can celebrate together next week. But let's see what we can do. And let's deliver this COP together. Everyone has a role to play, and the time for delivery is now. So we look forward to your questions, of course, but really to your important role in bringing the story of what we do here to the world, and ensuring that we're empowering everyone to be a part of this new era for global climate action. Thank you.